Details on Ubisoft's new Animal Crossing inspired game codenamed Altera. Dude,
What are
I
we
don't know, I'm
doing,
shocked by
man?
this.
What are we
I don't know. I don't know if they know what they're doing anymore at this point, right? Tom Henderson over Insider Gaming. Ubisoft has a new project in development under the codename Altera that will be a new social sim that uses voxel creation. Sources say that the game loop will be akin to the likes of Animal Crossing. Insider Gaming understands that the new project has been in development for approximately 18 months and was born following the cancellation of another project that used voxel creation and was in development for around 4 years. Altera is described to me as an Animal Crossing inspired social sim that will see players inhabit a home island that will consist of interactable NPCs named Matterlings. Okay. Sources said that the players will be able to leave their home island and go to other worlds, which consist of different biomes, different types of Matterlings, enemies, materials, and more, where they'll be able to interact with other players. It was said that the game is somewhat similar to Minecraft's building mechanics, allowing players to build what they want with gathered materials. For example, if a player would like to create something out of snow and ice, they'll have to travel by means unknown to an ice world inhabited by snow and ice Matterlings. Images sent to Insider Gaming shows Matterlings somewhat like Funko Pop figures in their designs with large heads, and are creatively inspired by both fictional dragons, swamps, monsters, etc., with real-world animals, birds, polar bears, etc. Matterlings will also have different variations of the species, which will be reflected by the likes of their clothes, with different variants added throughout the game's life cycle. The game is currently in production at Ubisoft Montreal, with creative director Patrick Redding at the reins, previously creative director of Gotham Knights at Warner Brothers. Fabian Hurlard, who has also been at Ubisoft for 24 years, will also be the project's lead producer. At the time of writing, the game is likely still a few years away. Interesting, Leward's LinkedIn states that the game is a next-gen project, but it's still unclear if that information is old or not. As in next-gen, next Xbox, PS6, Michael? Right? If it's still a few years away, I'm now looking at the life cycle where we're currently at with our current gen consoles, right? We're talking about the Xbox Series X and S and the PS5, which just had the PS5 Pro drop, right? So that tells you we're at the halfway mark here. This could come at the end and then cross over into the next generation. However, Michael, where are you at with this one?
I mean, I gotta see more before I can completely trash it, right? Like, until we see a trailer, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but I mean, and again, Tom Henderson's got to compare it to stuff we already know, but I mean, people love Animal Crossing, right? I don't think there's room in that genre to take people away from Animal Crossing, right? That's my big concern. We're gonna get a Switch 2, which means I'm sure we're gonna get a new Animal Crossing. So you've got to make sure you dodge that by like a year or so at least, right? Because people get sucked into Animal Crossing. I have, friends who are like, look, I love Animal Crossing. I'm going to play it. I'm going to put hundreds of hours in. Minecraft, okay, sure. I can kind of see combining those elements. Kind of be a little bit fun. You still have that sort of enemy gameplay that I guess might be missing from Animal Crossing. But that's just such a big franchise that I think if you're anywhere close to it, one, you're kind of going to get, drug through the mud, right? People are like, okay, look, you're just making an Animal Crossing ripoff. I just don't know if that's like one of the few genres where I don't know if there's room for two games in that, because Animal Crossing is so beloved. It has so many people's attention that if you do anything off, they're going to just absolutely rake you through the coals. So I'll give them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, right? As you said, we got a couple of years, right? Maybe they're trying to hit that next Xbox, that PS6 generation. But also, it's Ubisoft, right? If you have any confidence in this project, you kind of got to speed this up, because you and I talk about it, Drew. There's a lot of bad things happening with Ubisoft. You and I aren't quite sure if Shadow's bombs, if they're going to be around for much longer, or if a Tencent's going to sweep in. Tencent sweeps in, now all of a sudden, managerial shifts. Is this project even going to keep going? So, I don't even know if we're ever going to see this thing, Drew, with how poorly Ubisoft has been the last few years.
I'm definitely curious to see where this lands, right? Animal Crossing doesn't really have any competition in the sense, right? There is Terraria and there's other like sim world building games out there that are similar, but there's still nothing like that Animal Crossing feel. So maybe a little bit of competition, might be good. Dude, my sister-in-law, not a gamer, bought a Switch to play Animal Crossing. That is it. Ridiculous. Like, she is not a gamer, right? Like, I was just like, what do you mean you got your own Switch now? Yeah, well, my kids kept taking the Switch, and I wanted to play Animal Crossing, so I went and bought my own. Now I have Animal Crossing, and I can just, this is my world, stay off my Switch. I was like, wow. Like, you impacted my sister-in-law. But like, I did not see that one coming, right? So, very curious to see if this can line up with that. When does it drop? If it's still a few years out. That's what I mean. Like, we're probably on the end of our current generation of consoles, getting ready for the next gen console. Does Animal Crossing have a new iteration in around the same time? Because if they do, dude, everybody just jumps to Animal Crossing.